Welcome, everybody, to the newest episode of the Zero Budget Podcast. Thank you. I think that was my best intro yet. What do you guys think?
You can tell. So
bad,
ecstatic.
I'm pumped. I'm pumped today. Welcome everybody to the newest episode, as I said, of the Zero Budget Podcast. Matthew could not be here with us today, but I'm still your host, Juptej Singh. With me today are Manvir and Navdeep, the brothers of destruction. I don't know. And our special guest, our esteemed guest, the wonderful, the talented Joban Saini. Welcome, Joban, to the podcast.
It's good, bro. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
So Joban, why don't you start out? Just introduce yourself. What do you do?
Well, my name is Joban. Bro, I do so many things. It's not even funny. I like to call myself an artist. If you look at my IG bio, it just says artist, bro. I just create art.
That's all you
Yeah.
Like I do photo, video, all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
I'm all over the place.
Fellas, you guys all know how we start out the podcast. How are your weeks? We'll go around. We'll start with the special guest. Joban, how was your week? Talk to us about it.
Busy, bro. I had a couple of shoots this week, so it was a fruitful week.
Yeah. What were the shoots?
Interesting.
Can you disclose?
I mean, yeah, they were all like real estate shoots. It was just houses. It's pretty boring. It's not like they weren't like mansions or anything. It's just like, yeah.
On the grind. I feel you.
Always, bro.
Navdeep, welcome. First time on the podcast.
What's up?
How was your week?
Week's been good, man. Just been working, going out here and there, doing a couple planning for next week.
What's next week?
Coming up. I got 2 special birthdays coming up. We got Manvir right here,
Hey.
and then also my significant other, good Simran. But yeah, I've been doing planning for that. I've been working.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Manvir, how was your week?
We went to the beach. That was pretty dope.
Oh yeah, we did do that.
I've never been to the beach. Well, I've been before, but not really.
I forgot we did.
I didn't really like it that much.
The beaches are not
but
even
it was nice. It was fun, but
you went in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah. It was like a bro, come on. It was in the beach. Yeah, it was like a private. It wasn't a private beach, but
it was secluded. It was secluded from main beaches.
Make all the excuses you want. So it was public, but it was private. Sure, whatever you say.
Public, private.
Yeah. Anyways, my week was good as well. Thank you for asking. My week, my week was going pretty good, and then I had to take in my car to get serviced, and now my phone is just fucked. My phone, I dropped my phone outside, on my porch, and ever since then, first it was just all the way green, and now it just keeps flashing up the Apple logo.
Bro, show the back of your phone.
Don't make me do it.
Not
good.
Oh my goodness.
This is the back of my phone.
Shattered.
For our audio listeners, it is just obliterated. It's like sand at this point. Even my case was it was holding all the glass together.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it's rough, but hopefully go out tomorrow, get a new phone. You didn't
pick up your case for months because it was shattered.
Yeah.
How do you shatter it so bad with a case?
It's because
what's the point of the case?
Okay, so
the glass together.
Had piercing damage.
So when you first get a new phone, and you're like, I'm gonna protect this with my life, right? And then as you start to use the phone, you get a little more comfortable throwing it around. So I got too comfortable throwing it around. I like when I'm doing like shows and stuff, right? And I have my phone on stage, I'm like, oh, oops, and then I just throw it like out into the audience.
Where?
How careless is that?
Like in the
Who
middle,
does that?
because it's like yo, in the middle of rehearsal, it's like, oh shit, I have my phone. Let me just throw it on
We've
the
had our
ground.
phones for like 2 years. I don't think I've ever thrown it.
Yeah.
Maybe to like
Yeah,
the
facts.
bed, but like,
Hey, I had my case. It lasted this long. It's been like 3 years.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Dude, what phone is it?
X. It's like 3 years, right?
Like 2, I think.
Straight. You'll be
Yeah.
due for an upgrade in like a year or something.
I'm already
3
due
years.
for an upgrade.
right? 3 years.
I've been due for an
Straight.
upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fact. Your shit broken. You did.
And get
You
it
need
done.
it.
So yeah, we are very happy, Joban, that you can join us today. Matthew couldn't because he's getting ready for college, which is very stressful around like Corona times. Joban, how's that been for you?
Bro, honestly, like, I don't know how you guys are doing it down there. Like, I see like you guys are all out and chilling. Bro, we don't leave the house literally unless we need to. Like, no picnics in the beach and none of that stuff. Like, we legit, like, groceries, work, and sad, bro. Like, just going for a walk. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's how it was for me at like the very beginning. But then I don't know, I feel like I got more comfortable, maybe too comfortable going out, because we're in like phase 3 of reopening, right, Virginia? Unless
We're
I'm
phase
sure.
4 now.
We're phase 4.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
like we're starting or something.
Or 3. I don't know. 3, 4.
Yeah.
Somewhere there.
No, it's
We're
phase 4
up
'cause,
there.
Like, 4 hours back.
Yeah.
But I know
I guess it's
Jersey.
okay.
I know Jersey's
Like-
what, back at 2?
Yeah, we're back at 2.
Yeah.
I guess it's okay for you guys, like, to be comfortable because like you have very like few cases. Like even us, we only have like 400 or 500 daily, but like it's more populated.
Yeah.
So
It's
Yeah,
more,
and
no, it's
Imagine
definitely more
saying
dense.
400 or 500 daily isn't like
Fact.
too bad.
Only-
but, like,
yeah.
up there.
Only 400 to 500 people are getting diseased every day. It's not that.
bro, have you seen Florida? It's like 10K.
Florida's fucked. Florida,
Facts.
Texas,
Texas, too.
Arizona, all fucked.
Have you
It's
seen
terrible.
that thing on Twitter about Texas? It's like every 6 minutes someone dies from corona in
Oh
Texas.
shit!
That's really sad.
Every
Actually.
6 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel
you
like we
got
talk
people
about this like every
parties.
week, but it's just like no one knows
I
how
mean,
to
it's,
deal with
it's
this.
topical.
It's
Yeah.
the most relative like
I mean,
topic.
yeah, it's the biggest event of like, the
thing
year.
that we dealt with. Think about it.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
People are getting way too comfortable, honestly.
hmm
Now,
I
facts,
agree.
people go out without masks. They're going like, I don't know. I just can't.
How do you guys?
That's
how
one
do you
thing I
feel
noticed
about. No, go ahead.
Too.
Go ahead.
Like we were so precautious going to the beach and stuff. We wore masks literally up until like we had to like go into the water, right? But that's why the numbers are so high at beaches. I feel like literally we went there. I didn't see anyone with a mask. Not one
people
person.
were not giving a fuck. They were
Yeah.
like walking around with nothing on their face. Yeah, like come on.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
How do you guys all feel about people
Danger.
that say it's like a hoax or some shit like that? I saw something about like, hey yo, all the Democrats just want to like kill you or some shit. Like they want you to be subordinate. How y'all feel about that?
Yeah, they say some shit like they want to muzzle you. They want to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
restrain you.
I mean,
Like
you
it's some
notice
sort of
it's like rich people who do that. Like people who have access to all these like healthcare services. So
Yeah.
like they don't give a shit.
Yeah. It's the same thing as a climate change, right? Because I mean, you hear all these people that are like climate change deniers, and like all the big like rich people are climate change deniers, but then you look and they have like bunkers that they can go in if climate change like actually does do it. So it's not going to affect them. We're the ones that are going to get messed up by it.
Mm.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. Down with the rich, eat the rich.
It's because it messes with their money. When it messes with your pockets, you're gonna say whatever.
Yeah. Especially if they'll be fine, no matter what.
Yep.
There's that thing
Yeah.
of like,
Yeah, they're not affected at all.
there's that thing of like nothing can kill a rich man but like a bullet or like old age or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Never.
I don't know if you guys have heard of that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, well, that is a saying. Trust me, I promise. I swear. But yeah, it's rough. Have you guys been preparing for college? How's that been going?
Oh, not a single thing.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I haven't opened my school email in like weeks.
Besides finding out all my classes have been transferred online, I have not like.
Are we all online now?
I think so. I
Probably.
think most of Virginia's like all online unless your class says otherwise. At least that's how it is at Mason and I think at Tech too, a couple other colleges. Unless it's like for that class is mandatory for like you need to kind of go inside to like do something.
Yeah, facts.
Although then they're trying to be as safe as possible and try to have everything online.
I also think that like, I mean, once like it opens up, the semester starts for everyone, like including like grade school kids. It's just we're gonna go right back to closing.
Yeah.
After maybe like
Oh, for
2-3
sure.
weeks.
I literally saw something on Twitter the other day where they opened high schools in like Georgia, right?
Yeah.
And like you see like out of like a packed hallway of kids, you see like maybe
five
like
people.
5 of them actually wearing masks.
Yeah. Have you seen that? Have you seen that
So
picture?
dangerous.
Let me try to pull it up for our viewers. But yeah, it's such a like apocalyptic picture.
Yeah, I know.
It was in Alabama, I think, actually, and it's crazy. Like
Yeah.
Let me look that up.
Like even where I go right now in Rutgers, like all the colleges are online for this semester, but I think in spring they're going to open up, which is scary because
Hopefully.
I don't think it's going to be fine by then, honestly.
Yeah, I don't have my hopes up for 2021
Yeah.
like semester.
I feel like maybe going into like next year, like a year from now, it'll be like slightly better in a way.
Hopefully.
I think things will be like.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when we were just in the beginning of all this, and we were saying things like, "Hey, it'll be over by June. We'll be fine before the summer starts."
Yeah. I remember when the lockdown started, the Virginia governor said lockdown until June, and we were like, "Yo, no way, we're gonna need that."
Yeah,
like,
we were like, "June,
we'll be
calm
fine."
down."
Yeah, we're like, no, the start of our summer, but like it's all gone. It's
Yeah.
all we're done.
I mean, people are still out and enjoying. That's why it's like dragging out so long, right?
That's why, yeah.
Yeah. I know for my school, it's been so frustrating trying to get ready for school and stuff. Because first of all, like it's already hard to figure everything out online. Like it's already hard to like get any sort of info. And then they send out an email yesterday saying that classes are online, and all the final stuff for like housing and classes is due tomorrow. So we have one day to figure all that shit out.
So are you going to stay there or are you coming to Jersey?
I'm staying here. It's all online, so like there's no use in like paying for housing, paying for meal plans and stuff.
Dang, y'all about to be in Jersey together though at like some point.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
Getting litty.
Yeah. But it is what it is. Am I right? Am I right, boys?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So, Joban, you described yourself earlier as plain and simple an artist. So you're a jack of all trades, if I do say so. So first, can you talk to us about how you got to where you are today? What has it been like starting up your creative media outlet? Like what went through your mind from, hey, I like doing this, to I'm going to make something of it? You know what I mean?
Well, I guess it just all started off like, so freshman year of college, right? Like, literally 2 months into college, I was so stressed out, bro. I needed to like get an outlet, like some kind of, just to get some energy out, you know, because I was just sitting on the books. My first semester, I was a bio major. Like, I changed now, but it was crazy. So I picked up a camera. It was like a $200 camera. It was a DSLR, and I literally went to the soccer field and I took pictures of my friends, and that's how I started off. It was on my page, and originally I was JP Photos. That was my IG name, and then I came up with shots by saying I thought of JP for Joban Priest. But
That's not
honestly,
that's definitely not.
that's not the wave,
tough.
right?
Yeah,
then
shots by
shots
Sandy.
by,
Yeah.
shots by Sandy. That's
No,
when I
shots
came
by
up with
Sandy.
that.
Oh,
I'm saying.
And I had all those pictures there. They were trash photos, right? Like I deleted all of them now, so you can't see them. No basty, right? But but like I practiced and practiced, bro. And then like my parents are in real estate, so that's where I got into that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I started off.
So, what was like the moment that kind of sort of clicked for you? Like, yo, I want to start taking this more seriously. Like you said, you switched your major. Are you a photography major now?
No, I'm in business.
Okay.
But yeah. So like the photography stuff, like it's if I can make it full time, that'd be awesome, right? But it's at the moment I like where I am right now in my process, my journey. I'm not really full time. I'm not making enough to make it full time. And I'm thinking of going into real estate because I already have a lot of experience in that. Like all throughout high school, all throughout college so far, I've been like surrounded in real estate, and I have my license. I'm a realtor as well, so I'm probably gonna go into that full time afterwards.
Yeah. So,
Damn, that's good.
when you were like sort of starting to get into real estate videography, you said like it was because your parents were into real estate, so you kind of had that avenue, right? So how did you sort of? Could you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah. So I mean, I only started videography this year. Like my first video shoot for real estate was in January, I think. And I did that for free because like I reached out to mad realtors. I'm like I'll do a video for free, and then I'll pay I'll charge you for the next one. And it was terrible. It's still on my IG actually. I should delete it. But like. And then I started getting a lot of more video clients, and it pays better too, right? So I have more incentive to put a lot more effort into it. And like in regards to photos, like that was like 2018. I started taking photos of houses, and first I started with my phone, honestly, and then I got a DSLR, and then upgraded slowly. And I didn't take money from my parents, obviously, but but I had like people in my parents' office.
It's like, no, mom, pay me.
Milk them.
They kicked me out of the house.
It's like, thank you for raising me for 18, 19 years, but still, pay me.
That's not enough.
You gave me a roof.
They're gonna start asking for rent, bro.
Then the money just circulates. Like they pay you, but like they're asking for rent. It circulates.
Facts. And then like I had a few agents in my parents' office who like saw my photos. They're like, "Yo, I'll give the kid a job," And then I started getting clients like that, and they weren't even good photos or anything. Like I've gotten better as the journey's progressed. But like that's how I started getting clients. I made a website, and then marketing and stuff. That's how I got into it.
So is that what like made you want to start doing real estate photography and stuff? Is that like you did it for your parents, and then from there you were like, oh, I can actually make this a serious thing?
Yeah, so like there's only like two other companies in the whole like area who do like photography. So like obviously like financial incentives are like good, but like it's also fun. I enjoy it. Like I'm by myself at a house, it's quiet. I listen to like stuff on my headphones and just take pictures of the house, and it's a whole vibe, right? And then videos are like more creative, right? Like you can like I don't know if you've seen it, like you can do so many things with video. It's just crazy. Like photos are cool and stuff too, but
Are you interested in like the editing stuff? Because when we started to know you, we saw like the crazy edits you did with some of your older pictures. The one where your head's in a balloon or something, and there's one where like
he's like pulling his face out.
Oh yeah, he's like floating too. He's like doing this.
Yeah.
But like something like that.
I mean that stuff is all cool and stuff, right? But like I only do that when I'm out with my friends. Like we're just shooting, and like right now it's been like 5 months I haven't hung out with any of my friends. So like when we do that, I'm gonna definitely get some nice photos. But like that's more of a side kind of thing. It's just like a creative outlet. Like the real estate's more business, and then that's like fun.
Yeah. There was even this edit like recently that you did for like with a car.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think I was talking to. I think Juptej showed me. He was like, "Yo, look at this." It was like the lighting. It was just, the only thing you see was the light shining on your face or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
How did you start of like
Yeah,
sort of started to get into like this? I don't know if intense is the right word, but that's the only word that's coming to mind. Like sort of photo editing, like this kind of more
Like-
creative,
Like deep, right? Like,
deep. Yeah. Like it's not just like let me change the contrast. It's something a lot more involved.
I mean, I've had a lot of like when I first started photography, I had a lot of inspirations. Like, there's these two guys from Dubai. One of them, his name is like Creations of LA or something. It's like weird, and they do like the craziest shit, like so many like visual effects, and I learned from them. Like, honestly, one of them I copied, but like I tagged them. Like, I'm not gonna like be like that, but they're crazy. Like, I'll send you their pictures and their accounts. It's crazy work.
Yeah. So you said that's more of just like a fun thing that you do on the side.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see that being like a business.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm more interested in like real estate. I want to get into weddings. Weddings are like, it's crazy, but like you need a team for that.
Money.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I feel like that's where like a lot of money is, wouldn't it be? I feel like they
Facts,
hire
bro.
like
Bank, absolute bank.
yeah,
Mad
any photographers
money,
like a villa, so much.
but you need a team for that, right? So like it's only me and
Yeah, you need like 4 or 5 people at least.
Mm-hmm. With that, would you say that you prefer like just generally speaking, like videography or photography?
photography is easier. Videography is more fun. So like photography, like I feel like it's already like I don't want to say I've mastered it, but like it's not really like fun to me. I can just do it and it's like, all right, whatever, right?
Like you can't gain anything else. You think?
Yeah, like I can't get like, I don't know, like videos like more new to me because like I told you how I started it like just this last year. So it's and you can portray more emotions with video because you can add music and there's so many elements to it. There's so many layers to it. So that's probably why I'm more geared toward video, but it's more harder. It's much more harder to do video.
What are some of the different skills that you think you need for videography versus photography?
Storytelling. So like for video, you need to be able to tell a story. Like for a wedding video, like you can't just like, I mean, you could do just B-roll, like just cool B-roll, but you also want to tell a story, right? Like, so like for like Indian weddings, like you have like the jago and then you have like the 6 other parties before the wedding and then the wedding and the reception and then you want to do like a couple shoot afterwards and like it's so cool. There's so many different things to it. Like real estate is cool too, but only if it's like a luxury property, like a mansion, like something cool about it, right? If it's just a generic house, then it's like it's whatever.
Yeah. Have you found any ways? This might be like a stupid ass question, so if it is, just move right past it. Have you found any ways where you think you could, like, you found yourself trying to incorporate like storytelling into your real estate videography?
I mean, kind of like more so storytelling in the fact that it's like a walkthrough. Like you don't want to just go from like the kitchen to like the master bedroom, right? You want to go like enter the house, go all around the first floor, go to the second floor. That I guess it's storytelling, but it's not really like emotional. It's just in order.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right?
Fair enough. Yeah. It's just a house. It's just a house. So what would you say like your video making process is? Like, okay, you get a new project. Where do you start?
Well, I mean, I've only had real estate video projects, so I can start with that, I guess. So the first thing I do is like I'll see where the sun is on what time of the day. So I have like, you can go on Google and literally search up where the sun's gonna be facing the house. So I try to shoot the house when the sun is gonna be in front of it, so it lights up the front of the house. And then I'll do that, and then there's not much planning, so just go there and then you see how the house looks, and then I have my gimbal, I have 2 cameras, 2 batteries, and then my lenses, and then just go there, meet with the realtor sometimes. And like one time I had this huge mansion, right? And like I had the realtor walk me around. He had like a basketball court. He had a a big pool spa and everything. He showed me all that, and that was cool. And then after the walkthrough, you just record and then edit. Really.
How do you decide like what the shot is gonna look like? You know what I mean? Like, how do you decide how to frame it up?
Honestly, like real estate's not simple. You just come from the front of the door, walk like 6 steps, and that's it.
All right, yo, man.
Unless you're like joining 2 rooms, like there's one room here, one room here. You start on the corner of that room, and then go through the hallway and go into that room. That's about it, bro. It's mad simple.
What's your equipment looking like? Like, what do you use to shoot the house?
Equipment. Well, I have my main camera, so that's the Canon EOS R. I recently picked that up, so that's that. And then my lens, I have a 12mm 2.8. Crazy, it's mad wide, right?
Yeah.
And then I always have 2 batteries just in case, right? And then I have a gimbal. So it's a Zhiyun Crane 2, something like that. It's weird. And I have that. And then I have a drone as well. But for flying a drone, you need your commercial license. So unless you want to get fined.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And if you get the fine, is like crazy. It's like 10 grand.
Oh God.
Yo, you got a license?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I made sure to get my license beforehand.
Okay,
Is that just like is that just like in Jersey? Is that here too? You need
It's
like
in
a
US.
commercial.
All of USA.
Oh, damn.
My gosh.
10,000, crazy. So
Yeah.
you've used like drone shots and stuff in your edits now.
Yeah, mostly just like the beginning of the house, like showing it like coming into the house and then leaving the house. You can't really do much else.
So, this is kind of branching off into something entirely different, but it's also a question that we had from a viewer, friend of the show, Prabjot. Do you think it is important for Sikhs, like generally, to be involved in the arts in some way or another?
I mean, yeah, of course, right? If you like, you need representation in all types of things. So, like, obviously, you want people in like the medical field and healthcare and all that, right? But like, it shouldn't be just that. You want representation everywhere because you don't want to fit into one type of stereotype. That's where the stereotypes arise, right?
100%.
No,
And
that's
I mean,
yeah.
like creative like outlets. I feel like especially for us because we're kids of immigrants, so they see like the risk factor with creative jobs. So it's hard, right, to get into it. But for sure, you should if it's something you're passionate about, and like obviously financial incentives are important too. If you can like make money off of it, then go for it, right? But I mean,
Absolutely.
unless you have another type of job, right, and you can like balance both of them, then go for it.
Yeah. I think there seems to be, I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast before, but there seems to be like a greater push to get us like involved into the arts than there was like before. Because like growing up as a kid, it was always just like everybody was going into med school, everyone was going into law school or being an engineer or something like that, right? Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like those are stable.
Like those
jobs
like the
and,
top 3.
yeah, and like very stable jobs. People like doing them and stuff, but I think now there's a bit more of like that sort of passion coming out. Like, does that make sense?
I feel like
Yeah.
because our generation, the generation of our parents, they had to like fight and claw for everything, right? And we have the luxury of like choosing what we want to do. So like self-actualization, we have the luxury of that. Our parents didn't have that, right? Like I know like one uncle, like I just call him uncle. I don't know how we're related, but like he came here when he was like 25. He was a doctor there, and he came here and they didn't accept any of his degrees. So he had to go to med school again here when he's 25, and he had a wife and a kid. And he was surviving off. He told me like he would survive off like cans of bean every day, and he grinded so hard. And now he's some kind of surgeon, and he teaches, and he made it. But his kids, they don't have to go through that now because he went through that.
Yeah.
That's facts. We've been given such a privilege and like a blessing that like we don't realize how important it is.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm sure our parents, they had like things they were passionate about too creatively. Like I think my mom, she loved like taking like pictures and stuff. I think, I'm not sure. And she also loved soccer, but she gave all that up because like she had to come here when she was a teenager and she had to grind, right? She didn't have time to play soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
definitely a lot of pressure, I feel like, coming off of that.
Mm.
Something that like we are lucky to have, but something that they have to just adapt to like immediately and just start working off, like just going crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That overlap between like things that like your parents were interested coming over that they kind of had to give up, and like the things that we're interested now, I think is I've seen that with like some of my own friends and even myself. Like my dad, before coming over, or even after coming over, he's like super into movies. Like he said like his big dream was like to be like a movie director, right? But obviously he kind of had to like give that up coming over here. And now, like growing up, I used to watch movies with him and stuff, and we used to talk about that. Now I'm super into movies, and like I'm kind of going towards that that side of things. So I think there's something to the air of like, now that we're here, we can do what they couldn't. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's a huge privilege, 100%.
That's so warming. That's like y'all, like you say your mom was into like taking photos and stuff. Your dad's into like movies and stuff. You guys are like out here living your guys like parents' dreams and stuff. Like something that they want to do. You guys are like actually out here like pursuing that stuff. That's crazy. That's so warming. It's like heartwarming.
Yo, Navdeep getting mad senti, bro.
Navdeep, what are you gonna cry, bro?
I don't know, man. Maybe.
Like with all that being said, like what, this is a more broad question that maybe we can talk about for a little bit. What does creativity in general mean to you?
Bro.
Yeah,
that's
deep
loaded,
shit.
that's
That's deep
such a
shit.
broad question.
That's deep
like,
shit. Yeah, we could talk about like whether it's like definition wise, like what does creativity mean to you, or like just generally like what place does creativity hold in your life? I feel like that's a question that we can all sort of talk about.
Creativity is like in anything, right? Like I work in real estate, like I told you, and like you can be creative with whatever you do, like marketing, for example. Like you go to show a house and like you can be creative in the way you describe the house, right? Like I think we're all creative, we just don't see it. It's not just like pictures and like graphic art or movies. It could be anything.
Yeah. What about you guys? What you got?
Same shit,
it's a heavy question for sure.
Yeah, I feel like I guess like anything like put your whole heart into, right, and like make something out of nothing. It's like something you're passionate about. Like you can say creativity is literally from anything. I feel like as long as you have that passion, that drive, and like are determined, you can definitely do something with that.
He tried, bro.
we all sort of, after you answered, we all sort of just went, yeah. Manvir, you got something?
Creative, bro.
I mean, I don't know. Yo, it just creativity. Just something you like, something that you're doing, just something to get your mind going. Honestly, like I don't know, I just like I be on Photoshop a lot, just doing random things, and it's just something fun. I usually just nothing might come out of it, but it just I don't know, it's mentally stimulating.
I'm trying to think of ways that I can rephrase the question so we have more thought-provoking discussion.
I got you.
What are you looking up right now? What the fuck?
Imagination or original ideas, especially in the production of artistic work.
The fact that you
maybe you can talk about how like your creative outlet, what does it mean to you? Like, why did you start it or something like that? Like how I talked about how I was stressed, so I
Yeah.
needed a creative outlet, right? So how did you guys start? Whatever you guys did, like
Yeah.
movies and then Photoshop art, right?
Yeah. Do we want to go around? Do we want to make this a little powwow?
Straight, you got it.
No, okay.
One man power.
One man powwow. Yeah, I started to get into. I've like always been involved in the arts in some way. So like middle school, I did like band, but we don't talk about that. And then
My middle school.
like I also like wrote a lot. I was a part of like the school's like writing center, and I did like debate
that's
and things
dope.
like that. And like as I was like reading out the stuff that I wrote, one of my teachers was just like, you read it in a very like theatrical way. You should like take theater or something in high school. So then freshman year, I started taking the class, and like I just felt a part of the community. And so I've just been like super into it since then. And then even like movies and stuff, like I said, my dad's been mad into movies. We watched so many movies together growing up. So from there, I sort of started to develop an interest in that. What about you guys?
I mean, I have nothing artistic in like recent memory, but I know growing up in elementary school, for some reason, I used to love like chorus and stuff and band and stuff like that. I love playing instruments. I love just doing a lot of like hands-on kind of like entertainment stuff. And like, you know, we did like a play. I remember in elementary school growing up, I was Ka the Snake in the Jungle Book. I was like the head. I had like my own solos and stuff. And I treated it like it was everything.
Dude would not stop talking about it.
Yeah, and then going into middle school, I quit like band and like, you know, orchestra and all that stuff. I was like, screw that. And just
what made you want to drop it?
I had friends, because I wanted to focus on chorus more. I feel like I had more enjoyment in that. I had more friends in that. So I did chorus, and like that was good. I had a good relationship with the teacher too, where I took one of his other classes where I could. It was like music tech, right? So basically, you're just producing beats, making beats and stuff, using like different softwares to like make music. And I developed a good relationship with him. That he was one of like my closest teachers, and he helped me out a lot with that and taught me so many different things that a lot of kids didn't really get to learn. Taught me how to set up like sound systems and stuff like that as well. And then having him in chorus as well. I guess we had a good bond. He made me chorus student of the year, and like I just had a good time. Yeah.
Chorus student of the year? I didn't know we had chorus student of the year in this call. Yeah,
I know, middle school.
Bro,
right
you had a talent. You gave it up, bro. You're talented.
Hey, you know,
why did
my voice got deeper? Shit wasn't good anymore.
No, why did you decide to like give up like singing and stuff, or chorus? I guess. Like, what made you kind of like transition away from the more artistic stuff?
A big push for me was like always friends, and like the activities you get to do. So in middle school, it was really like relaxed. We would sometimes have like relaxed days where we got to get in groups, and we would get to like mash up songs and like go like sing them in front of like everyone and have fun. Right? It was just really fun.
Yeah.
We got to like mash up and like do different things, right? And like if we had a song that has like some rapping in it, right, we would have that one person in our group that would just like go in and then like switch up the song to a completely different song. Like, it was so much fun. But going into high school, from what I saw before I went into like freshman year, I saw that a lot of that stuff wasn't really there, and a lot of my friends weren't doing it anymore. So I started to like put my focus on other things and like seeing like, okay, you know, I'm going to college in 4 years. Maybe I should like take some things that I can focus on that'll help me out with that, and like join clubs that can help me with that. So I kind of like just completely transitioned away from it. Yeah.
Sad.
I know.
Yeah, that's where it broke my heart, dude.
Yeah, facts.
That's that I loved art, and then my friends didn't do it, so that I stopped. That's so depressing.
Your pressure made me give away my life.
I think that's fair though, because like I mean, like I got in and out of arts because of friends and stuff too. I mean, like band. The reason why we don't talk about it is because like freshman year, had no friends in band. Like it was awful like environment. So I think the environment plays a part.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Manvir?
I mean, basically, I don't know. There's a lot of things I'm kind of into, but like not fully into.
Talk
like
about 'em.
photography, graphic design. It all kind of started with like, like our huge friend group. There's like a bunch of us that are photographers, yeah. And then I don't know. It's just something I was always kind of interested in, but like you never wanted to really try it until like the people around me were doing that. So it was like a good influence from my peers. And then it just became something I really enjoyed doing, and also graphic design. I'm like I do all the posters and stuff for like our SSA, so it's become more of like just a little thing I do on the side, and more something that I need to keep up with and keep doing. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah,
Kind
just
of
generally friend influence. Yeah.
No, it did not make sense.
You mentioned your SSA. Can you, like, this is just mainly out of my curiosity. What is it like being a part of an SSA? Because Rowan has no sings. Not a damn sing goes to Rowan.
Oh no.
Yo, you make the SSA.
GMU SSA.
Yo, I actually know a couple of things that go there.
Really?
Well,
Bro,
they're
let's
not,
form
like,
an
singers,
alliance.
but, like,
Let's
they're,
start
like-
it up.
Like I know singers, like they're not singing.
They're like Punjab. They're Punjabi, I guess. You can start something with them.
Do they wear kade?
I hope so.
That's all we need. That's all we need. But no, what's I mean, what's it like? I guess maybe like time management wise. I'm asking. I don't really know. Just could you guys talk about like running SSA, being a part of your community and stuff?
It's hefty. Like my first year, there wasn't that much emphasis in it because it was also like my first year. I'm trying to get used to it. But going into my second year, there was me and like a couple of my friends in our SSA. We put a lot of emphasis in it, and we broke Manvir in. We would put like when like we had events coming up, we would really try to like take initiative and like put emphasis on it on like these events and stuff. Try to get things done, go get supplies. We would have like weekly meetings. Like we made that a big like emphasis on our like org that like we need to have weekly meetings and get things sorted out. And one of our events didn't work out, but we were actually planning this huge archery tag event for Vaisakhi, right? We're gonna teach like the history of Guru Joban Singh Ji and stuff like that, and everything about Vaisakhi and what it is and stuff, and then have a huge archery tag tournament and like invite people from different orgs and have like teams and brackets and have a prize and a trophy and everything. Yeah. But we weren't able to get that. Yeah, we weren't able to get that done because one, Corona, and two, there's a whole like issue we had because like they thought archery tag was like weapons, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a big thing that we were planning. But yeah, it's definitely fun.
What about up in like Jersey for you, Joban? Because I know like in recent years, like Rutgers and Carteret and stuff like that, it's been pretty. I feel like you guys have a pretty massive organization there, or like at least like from outside looking in.
I mean, yeah, we do. I mean, so this year I'm the president coming into the year, but it's gonna be like a terrible year because we're not gonna be we're not gonna be in school. It's gonna be like Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
But like we were planning to do like a dodgeball tournament, and we were gonna donate all the proceedings, and that got canceled because of Corona. It was like a week after like when everything hit, so it was unfortunate.
This is not the year for SSA.
Yeah,
it's not, bro. And like we do a lot of other stuff too. We have like every year we have a langar in fall. We have a couple of other things. We have an open mic night. We had a 1984 meeting last year. We talked about that, and like we just talked to people about their experiences, and like they could talk as well if they wanted to share. And it's pretty open, and like some meetings will have like 30-40 people come to it. Some meetings that'll be a little lax, like 15 people. But like we have a lot of like, especially at Rutgers, we have a lot of Punjabi and Sikh population there. Mm-hmm. And we also have Jung. You guys know about that, right?
Yeah.
So that happens every year. This year it was more like a virtual thing, but that brings out a lot of people. Like you guys came last year, and
It's there.
Yeah.
No, I was not there.
It's tough. Wait, weren't you there for the Samagam?
I was there for Samago,
Oh,
but I wasn't. I think I was in like summer camp for Jung, so I didn't.
Yeah,
get to
Jung
go.
and Samag, that was like a month apart.
Was it?
Oh, okay.
I think, right? Samag was like the
August,
beginning of
yeah.
August, and Jung was like the beginning.
Wasn't Yod right
Or
after
July.
Smogum?
Was it what?
I don't know. Anyways, these are both. These are like Gatka tournaments. Gatka is Sikh martial arts. SSA is Sikh Student Association for our wonderful American viewers. I was gonna ask another question about Carteret, not Carteret. The New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, like Mid-Atlantic Missile thing. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know much about the organization, so could you kind of talk about that? How it started, how you came to be a part of it?
So it's like it's not really a thing yet.
Mhm.
So we were trying to start some we were trying to start some organized events, not anything too big, but like it was just unfortunate, bro. Corona screwed everything up.
Yeah.
Like we were trying to do some crazy stuff. Like we wanted to like at Jung, we wanted to talk about like more Puratan or like older Sikh history, like stuff that we never talk about, right? So like after like Guru Gobind Singh Ji's time to like before the British took over, like around that kind of time when there were like missiles. So you guys know about the missiles, the missile
Yeah.
period.
I'm kind of familiar, but
Okay, so
educate
kind
the
of-
people that don't know. I mean,
that's
I
kind of
know.
where that's kind of where like the I can't think of the word. That's where the idea came from for like missiles, because like there were 14 missiles, I believe, after Guru Gobind Singh Ji's, after he went to Sachkhand or he left his bodily form, right? And they were like there was different families, so like Ahluwalia is one of them, right? And they were like the leading powers of Sikhi after, and like we want to talk about that kind of history because no one really knows about that. We know more about the Guru's times than that time actually.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely. I
That's
feel like
that.
that time between Guru Sahib and like the British Empire, there's a lot of like lost, not really lost, but less talked about history there. Like I didn't know
Yeah.
what missiles were until I think this like the organization started to come up, and then I
Yeah.
started to look more into it.
And yeah, like so the leader of the missile, like the whole thing, the whole organization, his name is Jesse. He's like one of my close friends. He's from here in Jersey, I think, or the border of Jersey and Pennsylvania. He lives somewhere there.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
love
sure.
Jesse.
But
Shout out to
you guys
Jesse.
know him?
Yeah. I talked to him on
yeah, he-
Twitter. Didn't you guys meet him in
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Yuba?
we met him.
Mad
Yeah.
chill guy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
real nice
So
guy.
he's putting a lot of effort into that, and hopefully like we can get something done with it because like he has a lot of aspirations, but it's hard to do
Yeah.
it when you're by yourself. Like you need help from the bunch or like just your community,
100%.
and it's hard.
So what kind of brought about this idea? Like, I know you said it was started by Jesse, but what made it? I don't know what I'm trying to ask here. Like,
When did I join it?
yeah, when did you join it, and like, how did it kind of become? How did it sort of start to be a thing? You know what I mean?
So like he originally started it, and he would like hit up like a lot of like people in like highly Sikh populated areas. So like Surrey was one of them. Like there's a couple places in California. He hit up Indiana. I think he hit up DMV as well, but he never got a response back.
Oh, really?
Wait, who?
Who do
I'm
you
not
hit up
sure
in
who-
DMV?
It depends.
I'm
It
not
depends
sure.
who he hit up.
Yeah,
I'm not sure who
I
he
don't.
hit up. He probably doesn't know much people in the area. That's probably why he didn't know who to hit up. But
do-
so he
I do remember.
Let me apologize on the behalf.
yeah.
Of,
On behalf.
I remember. I remember him talking to me when we were in Yuba, and he was like, "Yo, what's your Instagram? You know, I want to hit you up. Like, I'm planning something." And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." But I don't remember ever getting a message after
you
that.
probably talked to someone else. Yeah,
Yeah.
straight. Not our fault.
Hey, Jesse, if you're watching, on behalf of DMV, sorry. Our bad.
Try again, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, once he started marketing it, and then like I was interested, so I hit him up. I'm like, if you ever need any help, like graphically or like stuff like that,
Yeah.
hit me up. And then he added me to like the group chat with like the founding members, and then there's also a public group chat with like all the people that are just want to help out in any way or just interested. So like if you guys want to join, you can join as well. And that's become mostly like a news group. So like we just like if we're going live, we'll post it there or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but like we don't really know what to do right now with Corona. We used to do like a weekly live, or we would talk about like Sakia and stuff, and one of us would lead it. But that kind of died out as we got busier.
Yeah, I saw a couple of those. Yeah. So would you say like the purpose of it is just to start to educate more people about that time period?
Yeah, it's just all about education, right? We're very lacking in that category. We don't know as much as we think we know, right? Like there's so much that we don't know. Like we haven't even reached like a percent of what we like, you know, what they used to like know back in the day. Like if you even talk about like Samthya, like Gurbani, all these kind of things, we're lacking, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
So he wants to get that started. He wants to get something started where we have like sevadars, like who help out, like people who were educated in one thing, they can teach others. So like he himself is a black belt in some kind of martial art, so he wants to teach.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
So he wants to like start some classes where he teaches self-defense, because like Gatka is important as well, but hand to hand is also crucial.
Yeah, definitely.
So he wants to teach that, and then Samthya is a thing, and we just got to get enough people on board, and then we can make it thing.
Yo, let me pull up.
Yeah, he used to do taekwondo. That's right. You got it.
Yeah, I was a yellow belt. I got it.
And not to brag, I was a green belt, so you know, Jesse, step up to this. Please don't. He's oh my god, he'll kill me. He'll murder me. How did you start getting into Gatka? Because you're like Gatka champion. How did you start to get into it?
I'm not a champion. Just a disclaimer for all the viewers, I'm not a champion. But
you're a champion in my heart.
I started Gatka like a while ago, bro. I was like 9, 8. This is back like when I don't know if you guys know Baba Juptej Singh. He's Kathavachik now at Hajur Sahib, but he was like the main Gyani Singh at Singh Sabha in Carteret, the Gurdwara there, and like he brought together so many people, bro. It's crazy. Like we used to have classes with like 50 people at once, and it was like insane. Like there's so much like passion and everything, and he brought a lot of Sikhi into the community, a lot of like faith, and that's where I started, and never looked back, I guess.
Yeah.
So interested.
Yeah, it's kind of similar for us. I mean, me and Navdeep, we just went to camp when we were like 11, 12.
Yeah.
That's how we kind of first got exposed to Gatka. And then now it's just like, well, not anymore, but like we used to have practice like every week, just our community. And it was just, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Nice.
Do you have any goals that you're actively pursuing as of right now?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said earlier, I want to get into weddings, like the wedding industry. Like, so photos is cool and all. Like, I did an engagement shoot a little while back. I'll be posting those maybe in a little bit. And I want to get into weddings, man. That's where the bank is. And it's also like, I haven't gotten bored of real estate, but I sense I'm getting stagnant, right? Like I'm getting complacent. So I wanna be known for something more than just the guy who shoots houses.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Are you the kind of person, because I'm kind of like this too, where like you're not really satisfied just doing one thing. Like every time you start to get satisfied, like you need to move on to something else.
100%. That's why like I see myself as more of an entrepreneur. I don't see like I originally wanted to become a dentist, right? Like when I first got into college. Oh. And if I were to do that, that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. And I couldn't see myself doing that at all. So like I start something and then like I want to do another thing as well. I can't sit still. That's the thing.
Yeah. We're starting to come up on an hour now, so we'll go into some of our final segments. But first, we have some interesting audience questions.
Oh God.
We have a couple from our mutual friend Harkirat. One of them is, why is LeBron not clutch? So I'm assuming this is a question that Joban and Navdeep, have fun. The floor is yours.
Go for Navdeep.
Okay.
Why is
He's
LeBron
definitely
not clutch? Debate.
Okay. As a Wizards fan, I've personally seen his clutchness, and like I don't know if you remember that game. Was that specific play where it was like 3 seconds left on the clock? You know, Kevin Love throws the ball full
Off the
court.
backboard.
Yeah, turn around, jump. Oh my gosh. Turn around, jumper, bang, hits. Wizards lost. We were going to win that game. That was one of our best.
I want to state this for everyone to know. LeBron's the GOAT. I said it here.
I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to deny that.
You've heard it here, folks.
If you're looking for a debate, you're not going to get it. Like, I agree.
You've heard it here first, folks. LeBron is the GOAT. His second question was, are you thinking about starting a vlog? Would you like
not
to speak
vlog,
about that?
but like a YouTube channel. I want to start like more behind the scenes stuff. Like I do like shot by shot behind the scenes, like how I achieve the shots. But I want to do more like I want to talk about my thinking behind why I do what I do, and I want to go into more of that. Not vlogging really. I'm not really interested.
Yeah, but
What's going on? Sorry.
No, I think that would definitely be a really interesting thing for a YouTube channel, and I would subscribe just for you.
Of course.
Should we get into our final segment, or do we have anything else we want to talk about before then?
What's the final segment? I'm scared now.
The final segment. It's not that scary. The final segment is just, it's called What Are We Doing? Or What Have We Been Doing? Where we just talk about movies we've watched, shows we've watched, things that we've been doing in the past week to kind of fill our time. This is a place where we like give recommendations or talk shit about bad things. So that's our final. That's the best explanation for our.
I thought we
final
talked
segment.
about what we were doing this week earlier.
No.
Well, okay.
If you
Listen to Deep.
if you've been a viewer of the podcast, you would.
I'm
know.
saying, okay.
Oh,
Clearly, there's a distinction between generally what our activities have been, and then what we've been doing to entertain ourselves. So yeah, you went to the beach, but what shows have you been watching? Those are two different things.
Okay.
So let's get into our final segment. What have we been doing? Let's start. Yeah. Let's start with Joban. What have you been doing this past week to fill the time?
Bro, I started this new show, Community.
Yes!
Hilarious!
Yes!
So good.
Bro,
So good.
I'm on season 6, and I started this like 2 weeks
Oh
ago.
my god.
2 weeks ago.
Okay, what do you
last season?
Yeah, last season. I'm
Last
kind of
season
sad.
has been-
What do you feel about the
When
second
when
half of
Donald
the
Glover
show?
leaves, I got so sad.
I guess spoilers. We're getting into spoilers. What do you feel about the second half of the show?
The second half. I mean, so like the first half when they were actually in college, like the first 4
Like the
seasons
first,
were
yeah.
good. But then like I guess like the story was like after that it was kind of broken, right?
It
like,
started to fall off, right?
Yeah.
Season 6 feels weird.
I haven't even started. I'm on season 6, episode 1. I haven't started it, but
Oh, okay.
I feel like it's gonna be kind of trash.
Yeah, let me know when you do, because season 6 is definitely like it's a strange season. I feel like.
Does Pierce actually die? Actually, no. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I think he's gonna come back. Don't tell me anything.
Just keep. I will need.
Oh, that's such an interesting conversation.
Okay, can we talk about the actor for Pierce? What's his name?
Oh yeah. What's his name? Not
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan. It's Chase
No.
something. I don't know. Let me look him up.
Chase Levy or something like that.
Yeah.
Chase. I think it's Chase Levy. He's apparently they said Dan Harmon, right, who produced the show. He was like the actor you see
Chevy
in the show
Chase.
is
Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase. The actor you
holy
see in
shit.
the show is how he kind of acts in real life.
Yeah,
He's a racist.
Apparently,
Apparently he's just an asshole.
apparently he's
Like,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
a dick.
Like he's just like Pierce Hawthorne, like his like in show character. That's him in real life.
Yeah, there was like beef between him and the show creators, and like that's why they like killed off his character or whatever. Is because they were just like, he's done.
Who's your favorite character from the show?
Oh my gosh.
Troy, come on.
No, okay, Troy, amazing, but for some
Troy and
reason
Abed?
there's something about Abed. Like
It has
he's
to be
ahead of
Abed.
everyone in a way. He's ahead of everyone in like a certain way. So
Troy and
crazy.
Abed come as a pair. I don't care. You cannot separate.
Yeah,
them.
Troy
He's
and Abed.
crazy. He's crazy, but he's also like smart as hell.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, he like thinks on another level. I mean, it's crazy
All of Troy and Abed segments were some of the funniest ones in the show.
for sure. No, I always love the paintball episodes.
The paintball episodes are dope.
Yeah.
Yo, Juptej, do you have dice?
Do I have dice?
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Shit.
Timelines,
I
is
don't.
6 different
I don't.
timelines.
Yo, you know they do a podcast. Joe
Yeah.
McHale and Ken Jeong. Yeah, it's called The Darkest Timeline.
Oh,
The podcast is called The Darkest Timeline, which is so funny because it's just like a play on the show. And I love how like they after like the timeline episode, like going on like the seasons forward, they like cut to like the darkest timeline, like what's happening in the
Yeah.
darkest timeline. So funny.
The thing about the writing of the show that I really like is like the first season was very like linear, right? Like there was a story that you could follow throughout then, and then every season after that is just fuck shit. Like there's just
Yeah, it's
crazy
just
stuff happening.
goofy shit going on.
Yeah,
Like,
that's hilarious. It's
I,
so
I
funny.
think that's super interesting because like they set up the character dynamics in the first season, and then after that they're like, let's just throw them in a bunch of different
Yeah, yeah.
scenarios and see
the
what
goal is
happens.
to like
also-
get through Spanish class and stuff, and after that it's like they don't really focus on class.
Yeah,
But they also, I feel like the characters evolved. Like
yeah,
Pierce was less of an asshole towards the end than he was in the beginning.
yeah.
And like, I don't know.
That's what
Oh,
I
and
think
then
is
Jeff
super
like
interesting.
cares for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like they find
Cares
ways
too
to
much.
like, even though there's no like actual linear story, the characters still grow, which I think is super
Yeah.
cool about the
And
writing.
Abed finally found love. Or I think.
The boy.
Don't ruin it. Don't
I think
ruin it.
What- I think, right?
Wait, I forgot. With who?
Does anything ever happen after the coat check?
with
Yo,
with the
relax,
coat
bro.
check.
Yeah, the coat check.
Yeah, no, just keep walking.
Right? Oh my god! And then I always found it weird, but like it was hilarious too. Remember when they made like a brand of person like Subway, and then like
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And they finally gave-
that was dope.
and then they finally gave Subway a name when he started working for Ford. Or no, who was he working for? Honda. He was working for Honda. Like he finally had a name. Then he could like use his real name. But like then he was advertising like the fuck out of like the CRVs. Every
That was such a
conversation
dope
he had with
story.
CRV. He like ropes. Yeah, he like ropes Britta and stuff too. Hilarious.
There's a lot of weird stuff, and then also what's it called? Like the AC school.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah,
The AC
That was like a
school,
cult.
darkest
Yeah.
hour.
dude, that show is so
And then-
much more wild than I remember.
and
There's
then,
so
like,
much crazy shit.
The AC vice president like overthrows like the president.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was so much wild
And
shit.
like
that
Troy,
happened
the
in that show.
chosen one, like saves it all.
That was a
Uh,
crazy show, man.
What else have you been doing? You been doing anything else to fill the time? Any games, books, movies?
Warzone. Do you guys play Warzone?
I used to.
Yo, it's been a
Yeah.
minute.
I haven't played in
it's
a
been a
while. I'm
I
asked.
play that with my
Don't
friends
ask me.
every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely been a while.
Do you remember that tournament they were doing, CSYA,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
while back?
Did
Yeah,
you
so
did
we
you
had
guys
a-
do that?
We had a team. It was me, Saib, Akil, Ishwar, Prati, Gurjal,
Arsh.
Arsh's brother, Simmer, and then I don't know, like all of us were like practicing really hard like that entire like 2-3 weeks,
Mhm.
and then after the tournament, I just like
Haven't
like I
touched
talked
it.
to Saib, so like, we were just so burnt out from COD. We're like, yeah, I don't know. I haven't really played.
Yeah,
since
they were grinding like all day,
How-
every day.
how did
you
God.
guys- How'd you guys do in the tournament?
I don't. We won
Decent.
like we got like
You
we
got
like,
decently far.
No, we were in the we lost that quarter. But like we lost I think we lost to the team that went to finals. Or,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm right, but yeah,
I think you did, but we'll just say that you did, so it's more respectable.
straight. Yeah, it makes us look better.
Definitely
Yeah.
not fact check it.
It's straight. But
Yeah. What about
been burnt out from that.
you, Navdeep? What you been doing to fill the time?
Fill the time. When I do have time here and there, casually get on like PS4 here and there, play with friends, play like 2K. But Wonder really got me hooked on How to Get Away with Murder.
Shut
So
up.
good.
I watched that.
I watched season 6, episode 9 this morning. I like freaked out. I was like yelling in the house. I was like flipping out because there's so many plot twists in that show. It's like all over the place, and they love making you believe it, right? And then switching it up on you like last second, like
Such a good show.
giving you like a heart attack for like a show. It's insane. So like if anyone's interested in that, yeah.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. They put all the
It just
seasons on
ended this
Netflix,
year.
yeah. It's so good. So good. It's definitely like hooks you in. If you're looking for like a show to binge,
Yo, watch it. Come on.
All right, I'll start that after the Community.
Nice.
Yeah, it's worth it.
It's a huge like shift though. One's like so comedic, and then this one's
How
like
to Get Away with Murder is like kind of dark, but it's like kind of
It's
funny
serious.
sometimes. It's
yeah.
funny.
There's here and there like I guess like comments where it's like haha. But no, it's a really good show. I like it, and like I'm doing that. I've been doing work a lot recently. Yeah.
What about you, Manvir?
Yeah, I'm still watching Pretty Little Liars. Come on,
Interesting.
so good. Yo, I found out who A is, but like I didn't. Come on, there's like 3 A's apparently, pissing me off. I know 2 of them. You should
I
watch
don't
it.
watch it anymore.
Yo, just
Yeah,
watch
I
it.
don't
told
wanna
me
watch
just
it.
3 A's.
Bro, you always do this every time we talk about
It's not a
anything, bro.
spoiler.
It's
What? It's not a
always
spoiler. No.
you.
It's not
This
A,
whole
okay.
time you were
It's a
like,
real A.
this whole time you were like, I'm gonna find out who A is, and now you're like, there were 3 A's. That's
No,
obviously
it's
a
not 3 A's.
spoiler.
No. Okay, so no. There's an A. You find out it's a fake out. That's like the first time. That's the first.
Okay,
time.
Stop talking. Why
Bro,
you
come on.
just?
Okay, whatever.
Oh
I don't
my
know the real
god,
story.
you just
Yo,
love
watch the
spoiling
show, bro.
shit for no
Watch the
reason.
show,
He was trying to explain it.
I'm about to like, my bad.
Get more spoilers. Trying to
Anyways.
explain it.
Pretty Little Liars, amazing show.
Every time,
It's-
man.
Yo, let's just leave it at that, bro. Don't
Facts.
ruin it more. Don't ruin it
Great
more.
show.
Fact.
Great show.
Even when they were trying to explain the show Rami to me, I'm not gonna say what it was, but they were trying to explain it. They were like, "Yo, please watch it. It's a great show." 2 sentences in, they just spoiled it like nothing happened.
It wasn't even a big spoiler, bro.
It's like always like they say it so casually. It's always you inside. You never know how to like just explain a show without giving everything about it away. Anything else, Manvir?
The
Oh,
attitude.
no, yeah. I'll feel welcome.
The
Yeah.
sass. He said, "Don't ever talk on my show again."
Bro, I don't know. I haven't done anything else really. I've been playing some games.
What games?
I downloaded Skyrim again.
Sick.
Yeah. And then I also bought this other game called Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. It's like a game where you're a lawyer and you're like solving a case and like defending your client. I don't know. It looked interesting. I played like an hour. It's pretty good stuff. Yeah.
Interesting.
So what have you been doing, Juptej?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for asking. I'm waiting
Of
for you
course,
to
of
ask.
course.
I started watching the show called Maniac.
Oh, yeah.
It's on Netflix. It's with Jonah Hill and Emma Stone. The show is amazing. I'm like 5 episodes in. It's only 10 episodes.
Oh, is it new?
No, it's like a year old.
Yeah, it's about a year old. I don't even know how to tell you what it's about. I guess.
Don't
It's
try.
about a maniac.
Yeah. Okay. It's very.
Is it about a
I'm not
maniac?
gonna explain. It's one of those shows where it's better if you go in without knowing too much, right? So all you really need to know is that it's a very trippy show. You can very easily follow what's going on, but it still like fucks with your head. And the shots and the colors are just so gorgeous. Like the show looks really, really good.
See, man,
Can
that's
I
how you
ask
do
you-
it.
hold on.
That's how you do it.
I think I'm thinking of the right thing. They're like, it's like they're testing. It's like a testing company or something.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Like-
It's better if you go in without knowing.
Am I thinking
anything.
of the right show though?
Yeah, you're thinking of the right show.
Okay.
Jonah
You know
Hill,
by testing?
Emma Stone. It's called Maniac on Netflix.
I thought he was about to start spoiling like
I
a
would.
show
No,
that he
bro.
hasn't
But
even
you know what I
watched.
meant by like testing company?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Ozark?
Oh no, I've been
I've
meaning
heard
to
it's
watch
good.
that.
Bro, you
Yeah.
guys
What's
gotta watch
what's
it.
that show about? because I'm thinking I might be mixing that up with something else.
What do you think it's about?
But isn't that the one where like the kid like people start coming alive? Or
No,
am I tripping? That's like dark or something.
no, it's on Netflix. Like you should watch it. Ozark is crazy.
Yeah.
I watched that like in March, April, like the beginning of quarantine. It was crazy.
That's the show with the dude from Arrested Development, right?
Oh,
Jason
yeah,
Bateman.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay, I
think
know what I'm
so.
talking about.
Yeah.
I think that was in space then, right?
I don't know. I'm trying to see what else I've been watching in the past couple, because I know I watched. Oh, also, a little plug. Our boy, friend of the show, Sahib, started up a YouTube channel. We'll put the link to his new video in the description. I've been watching that.
Yeah,
It's very good.
It was fire.
yeah, his first film diary
Yeah.
had a cameo. Kind of nice.
Oh.
His film pictures are crazy.
Yeah,
So good.
Yeah, he's very good photographer. Let me see. I don't think I've been watching anything else other than that. Have you, Joban? Have you seen Indian matchmaking?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I thought it was like really bad. Why is it good or?
It's
Okay, it's good. It's good.
It's
but
Hear me
incredibly
out.
terrible enough to hook you in.
Yeah.
Hear me out. It's like any other reality show, right? Where it's like the show is awful, but it's like
Oh, it's extremely awful.
it's
But,
like
like, you
the
need to
good
watch
kind
it.
of awful.
You can't take your
Yeah,
eyes
but
off.
design-
of it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like-
yeah.
You wanted
Okay.
to finish it immediately.
No, it's definitely way more entertaining and funny when you're watching it with friends.
Yeah. It's like
that.
it's like an interesting concept generally. Like the show is about like basically like arranged marriages and like how they work now. Yeah, with like matchmakers and stuff, how that works in like the Indian culture. So the things that they say from our perspective are very awful.
Yeah.
Like they're very like skewed. There's like an uncle, there's like a Punjabi uncle in the show, and at one point they're talking about like, is this a spoiler? Should I get into it? It's not really that big of a plot point.
It's not really a plot
It's
point.
it's-
This is real.
Yeah, okay.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like her story.
So they start kind of talking about like how the woman got divorced, right? Like his daughter got divorced, so they're trying to match her up with someone, and then the guy that they're matching her up with also had a divorce. So then he asks like, why did he get divorced? Like what happened? And then Seema starts getting like, the matchmaker starts getting like super mad at him, and she's like, it's 2019 or whatever. Why are you worried about it? That's their private life. And then he was like, I'm just worried. Like what was the general reason? And then
Bro, of course it was the only
No,
sick uncle.
There was also
sorry.
that one part where she like Seema's talking to him and like talking to his daughter who she's trying to like pair up with someone, and she's giving her preferences.
did they just freeze for you too?
Yeah.
Okay, I know where he was going with it. Oh my god, anime
What
profile
happened,
picture.
Hello.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
froze.
I can hear you guys.
We're here?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're
Yeah,
good.
Okay. That was so sad.
I know where you guys were going with it.
Okay, yeah. So she was like, would you be open, or who are you like looking for, right? And she's giving her preferences. She's like, I prefer someone that's like also a Sikh, like someone who's also like the same religion as me, so we don't have too many differences. She's like, okay, yeah, but like, would you be open to like someone who's not a Sikh, like not?
I'm saying Seema Auntie was like, ooh, 6. Ooh.
And like, it's
and then like the
weird
way
because-
do you remember the way they displayed sick on the screen when
Yeah.
they brought it up, like the music cut, and it was just like,
Yeah.
yo, what is this?
Yeah, and then the criteria is like must be Sikh.
Yeah, it's weird
that.
because they have those moments where they try to paint like Seema Auntie and like the whole like program is like progressive and whatever. It's like, oh, this is modern matchmaking, and then they have moments where they're in like India or something, and they're like, yeah, you want someone who's thin and fair skinned, and you don't want someone who's too independent or something like that. So it's like they're playing with these stereotypes.
Yeah, the stereotypes still bring their way out.
Yeah, but if you ignore all that, it's a hilarious show. And there's a
I'll
couple
definitely-
characters that are actually really fun to follow. So
I'll
Yo,
definitely give it
Beyonce.
a try.
yeah,
but I can't watch it with friends. I'm not Navdeep, bro. I don't be going out, bringing out
Yo,
Hanging out
watch
with
it
my
with your
friends.
brother. Netflix party. Yeah,
You're coming after. Yeah, no,
He'll
Netflix
come
party.
After me. He'll come after me.
Netflix party is dope. I've been using that a lot too. Netflix party's good. I think that's everything I've been doing. So I think that brings us to the end of the show. Unless anybody else has anything else that they want to talk about. I'm going to take that as a no. So Joban, go ahead. The floor is yours. Anything you want to promote, talk about, where should people find you? Floor is yours.
Where they shouldn't find you.
This is not funny at all.
You can find my IG, Shots by Saini, shots and then by and then Saini is SAINI, and then my website is also in my bio. So that's about it. Yeah, you can just check out my page. If you got a wedding or you're getting married, hit me up.
That sounded so. Hey, if you're getting married, hit me up. But yeah, we'll put all those links in the description. Navdeep and Manvir, where can they find you? I guess you're not the guest. We'll put your links in the description.
Just slap it.
Not as important. Make sure to subscribe or follow us on Spotify. We have a Twitter now, so that's a thing, I guess. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ZeroBudgetPod. And we'll put the links for everyone's social media and stuff down below. And I think that's everything. So thank you guys for watching the Zero Budget Podcast. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.